YouTube channel, Sewing in Switzerland. I'm here with 2 out of 3 puppies today. My husband's just got back from grocery shopping, so one is obviously scavenging around in the bags downstairs. So today, what I have done is put together a sewing for summer schedule and plan. Basically, I sat down and I worked out everything that I needed from a summer wardrobe, and then I matched that to patterns, and then I kind of whittled it down so that it was a manageable amount. I've gone for patterns that have multiple options, so a shirt that can also be a dress or a mini dress, for instance, and the same with trousers. You know, you could get full-length trousers or some shorts. So it's 6 patterns in total, but the actual garment opportunities are endless. I've counted a minimum of 15 garments that you can make in like kind of one pass through with these 6 patterns. So obviously you can make multiples of that, but the minimum is 15, which I think is pretty cool from a 6 pattern bundle, for instance. And it is all around the idea of what I would wear on a day-to-day basis in summer. So I'm not talking holiday sewing, really. I'm talking literally, it's a warm, sunny day and I need something that is quite loose, that's not too fitted. It's another dog to see what he can find in the grocery bags. We're down to 1 puppy. And so yeah, so I've put together this practical guide and schedule, really. This is what I'm going to aim to sew over the summer period. So I'm just going to get straight into it. Number 1, and these aren't ranked in any order, no favourites, etc, etc. And I will do a price breakdown at the end, which I think is actually a really interesting thing to do. So number 1 is I'll just check my notes, you know, I like my post-it note, is the Melliot patterns, and it's called the Newbie top and shorts, and I don't know if I'm saying that correctly because it's a Swedish pattern company, I believe, so don't trust my pronunciations here. So this is a top, it's like a standard woven top. It's got 3 different necklines, which I think is great because immediately you've got 3 options. You've got 3 different top options that you can make in a variety of colours, a variety of patterns, and get an entirely different look each time. So one is a boat neck, another is a scoop neck, and another is a V-neck. So you've also got this option of like ruffled sleeves or adding like a ruffled panel onto it. So it's so useful, you know, to have that option of different types of light tops. It's going to come in handy. And the pattern then comes with it. Again, it comes as a set, so you get 2 patterns for 1, which is huge bonus. So the bottoms are shorts, and you can make them in different lengths, and they're just elasticated shorts. Fantastic, does the job. It's kind of casual basics that you're going to be reaching to on hot days, at least certainly I am, especially for dog walking, for instance. So yeah, we've got, oh, that's the other thing, the shorts are high-waisted and they've got these beautiful deep pockets, which are really handy in summer because I don't tend to take out big handbags in summer. Like, I like to stash things in my pockets quite a lot, so it's great for that. So that's my first pattern, and all of these patterns, okay, I've specifically gone through and picked ones that are suitable, I think suitable for beginners or advanced beginners. But you know, if you're a beginner and you're watching this and you're thinking, oh, I want to give this a go, give it a go. I don't think that anyone should stop sewing because a pattern suggests that it's possibly too difficult for them. I think give it a go, find a sew along, ask the sewing community if you get stuck. There's so many ways. Like, don't be put off because the pattern says this might be a little bit tricky. Go for it. So all of these are actually beginner or advanced beginner patterns, so you can literally grab them and then just make a summer wardrobe, which I think is super cool. So let's move on to number 2. So number 2 is a new pattern that's just come out. It is the Soma Camisole from Paradise Patterns. So to my knowledge, they don't have a website. It's an Etsy store if you buy from them directly, like for the PDF or whatever. So if you get redirected to Etsy, that's why, just in case you were looking for a website and couldn't find it. So it's the Paradise Patterns. And this, oh, do you know what? I think it's the first pattern of its kind, actually. It's like, it's a vest top, essentially, with like a square neck. And then you've got the possibility of making it in a crop version, or in the vest top, it's got like a built-in bralette. So you could just make the bralette, and also there is an option, it does say it on the pattern actually, that you can make it in swim fabrics. So you could make it like a bandeau style bikini top. So it's really versatile, I would say. You do need a heavy knit for it, a light knit, but with a lot of elastane. So like at least 50% elastane, I think it says. So that's good to know. So you have this square neck, but you have this scoop neck rather, but you can switch it around and have it as a square neck and wear it backwards. So there are so many different options. And you know, I wear vest tops all the time, and I've never come across a pattern like this until this one came out. So I do think that it is genuinely one of the first of its kind. I think the closest relative to it is the Blommer tank, which is great, but it is a tank, so you've got like those thicker straps and it's just kind of wider across here, whereas vest tops are just really great to wear underneath things, especially if you've got big coconuts and you like to have that extra security, especially in summer if you've got like a shirt underneath. So yeah, it's a great pattern. You can wear it with the previous pattern shorts, or you could wear it under the shirt or instead of the shirt. So there's a lot of mix and match options here. Okay, so yeah, I think it's a summer staple. Let's move on to number 3. So I'm still without dogs. I think my husband has maybe bought some special treats for them from the grocery shop. So yeah, we are without doggies, I'm afraid. So let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is a pattern that I've made multiple times. It's the True Bias Roscoe blouse and shirt. I've made, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I kind of go through periods where I just make batches of this shirt. It's so good. You can make it casual, you can make it dressed up. It's perfect as workwear, it's perfect as brunch wear, you know, like there is no place that you can't wear a Roscoe. So I tend to normally make the shirt, so it's got like a v-neck kind of placket, and then it's got like gathers around the shoulders, and it comes with like a cuff on the sleeve, which kind of makes the whole sleeve area slightly tighter. So in summer I tend to just like omit the cuff and take that off, and then just hem it so it's like a wider sleeve without the gathers into the cuff. That's a wider sleeve, and you get that extra bit of movement, so it's like perfect for summer. I have also hacked it multiple times to add like a little ruffle, which just on really hot days, if you make it in like a double gauze and then add a ruffle, you've got that extra movement, so it's super breezy. So why I love this pattern is, and why I think it's perfect as part of like a summer capsule wardrobe, is the 3 options for it. You can make the shirt, you can make, maybe there's 4 options actually. My maths isn't up there, okay? You can make the shirt, you can make a mini dress where it's like essentially a longer bodice piece with a ruffle at the bottom. You can make it like a knee length version or like a calf length version as well. So there's tons of different options, and again, depending on your fabric choice, you can dress it up. So it would be perfect for like an evening event, especially if it's like an evening event in the high summer when it's super hot. So I live in Switzerland and we do get pretty hot summers. The other year it hit like 42 degrees, so we do need that extra comfort. I don't like things to sit too tight, but you still have that nice shape because it's gathered around the shoulders here, so you have that gorgeous silhouette without it kind of feeling like you're wearing a sack essentially. It does have like a great shape, but it's still loosey-goosey so that there's enough breathing room. So it's perfect for summer. And I'm just checking to see if I've missed anything. No. Okay, let's move on to number 4. Number 4, number 3, number 4. I've lost track of time. Okay, so I've managed to bribe a couple of dogs back up here to hang out, but I think they'd rather be with my husband eating snacks, to be perfectly honest. So let's take a quick look at number 4. Number 4 is the Helens Closet Winslow culottes. And I've specifically done it in this order actually because we've had the Paradise Pattern vest top, we've had the Roscoe blouse, we've had the Newbie set, which has the 3 options for the tops. So now we need some bottoms to kind of balance that out. So the Winslow culottes double up as shorts, like short shorts or knee-length shorts or culottes, or even you can make them full length. They're designed actually by Helen's Closet to be interchangeable, so you can make whatever length you want, which is pretty great. So you can make them in full length palazzo style pant, which would look amazing with all of the tops previously mentioned, and also because it gives you that flexibility to make whatever size or whatever length trouser or short that you want. So it's got like a back zipper, and it's got, yeah, just the back zipper is the hardest thing, and inverted pleats and super large pockets. So again, if you're not kind of into carrying a bigger bag around in the summer, we want those nice spacious pockets. So yeah, they're perfect. You can make them in a variety of lengths and sizes. And we've got the 3rd dog come and join us. She does have a tendency to try and eat post-it notes, so I'm just gonna guide her away from them. So that's the Winslow culottes. Oh, I think they're a perfect pattern for summer. Oh no, they're starting to play. So let's move on to number 5 now. So number 5 is the Soho House 7 Salvi dress. I think I'm saying that right. Salvi dress. And I love this one. I typically in summer I reach for things that are easy to wear, that are easy to throw on. I don't want to be thinking about feeling uncomfortable. I don't want to feel sticky. I don't want things too close to my body. So this is a perfect dress for that. So you can make it in a variety of options, a variety of lengths. You can also make it with like an elasticated waist, which is great. So you can actually make it as like a summer dress or a beach cover up or even an evening gown. So you can lengthen it, add a slit. It would look super nice in a silky kind of satiny material for an evening dress, like a slip. Or in the summer, you know I'm gonna say it, in a linen. I love a linen. It would make the perfect linen summer dress without the elasticated waistband, and then it's just super flowy and light and breezy, and it's just perfect, absolutely perfect. So yeah, so that covers us in our capsule wardrobe for a dressy dress, for a summer dress, for a casual dress. Kind of ticks all those boxes whilst being only one pattern that you have to purchase, so it's perfect. So I'm just checking I haven't missed anything. Again, confident beginner. I would argue any beginner could make this as is designed in this series of patterns that I would like to make for summer or beginner friendly. Also, I have noted it covers any bra straps. So if you want to wear a bra in the summer, a lot of people don't, but you've got that extra wide kind of band here to wear a bra and feel comfortable, which is great. So let's move on to our final pattern, number 6. So last but not least, I figured in our kind of capsule summer sewing, we're gonna need something like a cover up for the slightly chillier evenings, or you know, if you're at the beach and you just want something to throw on. So I figured the, can't remember its name, the Ilford Jacket by Friday Pattern Company would be perfect for this. So it's unlined, it's got a drop shoulder, so it's still fitting with that kind of relaxed theme, and it's got 2 sleeve options, one of which is this really nice squared boxy shape. So again, you've still got that kind of breezy movement in there. So it's perfect. You can wear it as a jacket or a shirt, so you can actually make it as like a shirt garment, or I personally like a slightly longer one, so something that would be calf length in like a really nice cotton, or again something super light just to throw over the top. It does have buttons, which I think are the making the buttonholes are like the hardest bit, but if you're just throwing it on, you don't necessarily have to add the buttons by no means. And it's got this gorgeous kind of collared neck as well, just to add a little bit extra shape. So yeah, so that would be our throwover garment. So easily from the garments that we've talked about, I've added each one together, and you could make 15 garments just from these 6 patterns. And you can make so much more than that. This is like a minimum 15 garments when you add all the tops and the dress options in, and that would give you a complete summer wardrobe, in my opinion. At least this is what I'm going to go for anyway. And these 15 garments then would see you through until the autumn, in my opinion. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to make these garments and use them as my summer items and see if we really can make a capsule wardrobe out of these 6 patterns. So I've added the items up all together. In total, all of these 6 patterns come to $94 US, okay? So when you look at that, you're getting all these different options for less than $100 in the patterns, and you'd easily spend that on clothes, you know, much needed clothes. So the fact that you get to keep the pattern and then make multiples of that, I think is really good value. So then what I did is I divided the cost of the patterns altogether, the $94, by 15 garments to see how much each garment would cost for its pattern. And this is not including time, and this is not including fabric or notions or electricity or anything like that. This is just, you know, quick and dirty pattern calculations. So it would come out at about $6 US, or £4.80 sterling, or £5.40 Swiss francs to make that. So for around a $5, you could make 15 garments costing $5 each. So I think that's pretty good if you made all 15 and divided that across that. But again, it doesn't account for anything else except the pattern cost. But you know, I think that's pretty good value. Pretty good value for money when you think it's making a whole summer wardrobe. So I would love to know what you think. Do you do the same thing? So I often put together a series of patterns that are designed for a specific holiday or a specific time of year, like season or event or whatever, and then work out the cost breakdown. Is that something that you factor into your sewing? I would be very interested to know. I love to know how other people sew and how other people purchase their patterns or kind of come to these conclusions on what they're going to make. So do reach out to me in the comments or on social media, and I would, as always, very much like it if you would like and subscribe to this video. Thank you very much, and I wish you all a great day. Thank you. Bye.